Good day, learners. I am Sir AJ Cresmundo and welcome to my channel. We will again learn something new today. For today, our topic will be inventory management. So today, we will be discussing how to manage inventory and how to analyze inventories. So before we go to the essentials, we'll first discuss the elements of inventory management. So what is the role of inventory in a given company? So inventory is a stock of items kept on hand used to meet customer demand. So inventory is our main source of revenue. And you need to maintain a level of inventory that will meet your anticipated demand because ayaw natin na may mga customers or magkakaroon ng stock out kasi hindi natin ma-meet yung demand ng mga customers. If demand is not known with certainty, ibig sabihin we can feel that fluctuating yung demand, safety or buffer stocks are kept on hand. Etong safety stock is, meron tayong safety stock so that kung biglang tumaas yung demand, meron tayong buffer or meron tayong nakakip na inventory on hand. And additional stocks are sometimes built up to meet seasonal or cyclical demand. For example, yung product mo is mas patok pag December, for example, then you need to give or produce additional stocks on that period. Large amounts of inventory sometimes purchased to take advantage of discounts. So sometimes we buy in bulk so that we can take advantage of a discount. We have three types of inventory. We have the work-in-process inventories. They are maintained to provide independence between operations. We have raw materials inventory that are kept to avoid delays in case of supplier problems. And we have finished parts or finished goods which we keep to meet customer demand in the event of work stoppage. So what are the inventory costs that we want to minimize? Of course, any company would want to minimize their costs. So in inventory, meron din tayong mga costs that we want to minimize. First is the carrying cost. Carrying costs are the cost of holding items in storage. So ito yung cost that you incur every time na merong nakatenga na inventory dyan sa storage room mo or sa warehouse mo. This vary with the level of inventory and sometimes with the length of time held. Meaning, kapag mas marami kang inventory, mas tumataas yung carrying cost. And pag mas matagal mo siyang hino-hold in storage, mas tumataas din yung carrying cost mo. This is normally assigned on a per unit basis per time period or as percentage of average inventory value, usually estimated as 10% to 40%. The second type of cost is the ordering cost. Ito naman yung cost of replenishing the stock of inventory or how much cost do you incur every time you order inventory. So this is expressed as the dollar amount per order. So hindi siya depende sa kung ilan yung in-order mo, but depende siya kung ilang beses ka nag-order. So vary with the number of orders made. And it include purchase order, shipping cost, handling cost, inspection cost, mga ganun. And the third cost is shortage cost. This is associated with insufficient inventory when demand cannot be met. Normally, ang shortage cost para siyang opportunity loss because since hindi natin na-meet yung demand, sayang yung revenue sana natin kung nakabenta tayo. This result in permanent loss of sales and profits for items not on hand. And sometimes penalties are involved. For example, if customers are internal, work delays could result. So we will talk about the two types of inventory control system. We have this what we call number one, the continuous or the fixed order quantity. In this control system, an order is placed for the same constant amount. So every time you order the same value kung ilang pieces ng inventory. When inventory decreases to a specified level, so kung ganitong level na yung inventory mo, you order this certain amount of inventory. So kaya nga siya tinawag na continuous or fixed order quantity. The second type is the periodic or fixed time naman. Ang time naman yung naka-fix. In this control system, an order is placed for a variable amount after a specified period of time. So at a specified period of time, you will order, hindi siya constant amount ng order. So pwedeng at this point, medyo marami kang in-order, or at this point, medyo konti lang yung in-order mo. So in a continuous inventory systems, a continual record of inventory level is maintained. For accountants, we normally call this the perpetual inventory system. Whenever inventory decreases to a predetermined level, the reorder point, that is the reorder point. So kapag dumating ka na dun sa predetermined level or the reorder point, an order is placed for a fixed amount to replenish the stock. This fixed amount is what we call the economic order quantity, whose magnitude is set at a level that minimizes the total inventory carrying, ordering, and shortage costs. So we have two concepts here. First, the reorder point, and second, the economic order quantity. So yung reorder point is the point where you need to place an order already. And ang economic order quantity is the quantity kung ilan yung kailangan mong i-order or the fixed amount of inventory that you need to order. Because of continual monitoring, management is always aware of the status of the inventory level and critical parts, but this system is relatively expensive to maintain kasi nga you will need to continuously monitor your inventory level. On the other hand, periodic inventory systems, it is where inventory on hand is counted at specific time intervals. For example, monthly or every 3 months or annually. And an order is placed that brings the inventory up to a specified level. So kunwari, gusto mong level is 1,000. Then kung ilan man yung na-count mo at that certain period of time, kung ilan yung kulang sa 1,000, yun yung i-order mo. That's why inventory is not monitored between counts and the system is therefore less costly to track and keep account. Tsaka, every time you order, iba-iba yung quantity ng in-order mo, unlike dun sa continuous. System requires a new order quantity each time an order is placed. So, hindi siya same dun sa economic order quantity na constant siya every time you order. And this is normally used in smaller retail stores, for example, in drugstores, grocery stores, or in offices. So we will talk about first economic order quantity. So what is the economic order quantity? Economic order quantity or economic lot size or EOQ is the quantity ordered when inventory decreases to the reorder point, so EOQ. The amount is determined using the EOQ model. The EOQ model's purpose is to determine the optimal order size that will minimize total inventory cost. So para rin siyang nung nag-solve tayo ng using solver, we want to minimize cost. Pero in this time, meron na tayong formula talaga. So ang purpose talaga natin dito is to minimize inventory cost. Every company wants na minimize yung inventory cost niya. So EOQ occurs where the total cost curve is at a minimum value and the carrying cost equals the ordering cost. This is the formula. The ordering cost or C sub O is the demand, total annual demand divided by the optimal quantity or the EOQ. So kung alam yung EOQ, divide mo yun sa demand, yun yung how many times ka mag-order. Times the ordering cost per order, yun yung total ordering cost. plus carrying cost. Carrying cost, total carrying cost is equal to the carrying cost times the average EOQ or EOQ divided by 2. So if we transform this into a formula, the EOQ is stated as the square root of 2 times the ordering cost times the annual demand divided by the carrying cost. So square root of 2 times the ordering cost times the demand divided by the carrying cost. So for example, given the following data, determine the number of orders to be made annually and the time between orders given the store is open every day except Sunday, Thanksgiving Day, and Christmas Day. So for example, the carrying cost is $0.75, the ordering cost is $150, and the annual demand is 10,000 yards. So if we substitute it in the formula, the square root of 2 times 150 or the ordering cost times 10,000 the annual demand divided by 0.75, you square root that, the answer is 2,000 yards. Meaning, every time you order, you will order 2,000 yards. The total annual inventory cost is computed this way. First, the ordering cost is the ordering cost 150 times the number of orders. Ang number of orders mo is 10,000 since annual demand is 10,000 divided by every time you order, you will order 2,000. So that would be 5 times 150. That's your total ordering cost. Plus total carrying cost is carrying cost times the average EOQ. So 0.75 times 2,000 divided by 2. If we add that, that's 150 times 5, that's 750, plus 0.75 times 1,000, that's 750. Ang total annual cost mo is 1.5. And take note, that total annual inventory cost is the minimal inventory cost. The number of orders per year, tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, is 5. And the order cycle time or how many days before you will order again, that would be computed as 311 days because tinanggal yung mga Sundays, yung mga holidays. So nag-compute sila 311 days divided by 5 times ka mag-order in a year. That means you will order every 62.2 store days. So of course, these are all manually computed, but we will now discuss how to do it in Excel. So when you open your Excel, for example, we have this EOQ example. So you just encode all the given, which are carrying cost, ordering cost, the annual demand, the annual days, nung tinanggal mo na yung mga holidays, Sundays, depende yan sa company. And then sa baba, yung mga computations natin. So for example, in our example, the carrying cost is 0.75. And then the ordering cost is $150 per order. The annual demand is 10,000. And the annual days for that company is sabi nila 311 days. So first that we need to do is we will compute for the EOQ. The EOQ is computed as equals the square root SQRT. Ang numerator natin ay 2 times the ordering cost, C5, times the annual demand. So yan yung numerator natin. Ang denominator natin ay divided by the carrying cost. Ayan. So that is your formula. When you click enter, yan, the EOQ is 2,000 yards. Now we will compute for the number of orders per year. How many number of orders per year ang gagawin natin? So that would be the annual demand, 10,000, C6, divided by yung ilan yung i-order natin every time, which is 2,000 or yung EOQ. So C9. So meaning, we will do 5 orders in 1 year. And then let's compute for the total cost. So dalawa yung component ng total cost. First, total ordering cost. Second, total carrying cost. So we will compute it first. We will compute for the total ordering cost. That would be the cost per order or yung 150 times the number of orders in a year or 5. No? So yun yung first. Lagyan lang natin ng parenthesis para hindi tayo malito. So that's the ordering cost plus the total carrying cost. Ang carrying cost naman is the carrying cost, 0.75 C4, times the average EOQ. That would be EOQ divided by 2. So yan. So ang ating total cost is $1,500 for the whole year, for the annual year. And then for the order cycle time is computed as the annual days, C7, divided by how many orders ang gagawin mo during the year, or 5. So that would be 62.2 days. So you will order every 62.2 days. So that's how you do EOQ using MS Excel. So now we will discuss the reorder point. Unlike EOQ, again, EOQ is the fixed quantity of inventory that you will order every time you order. The question is, when will you order? The answer is yung reorder point. If you reach this level, mag-order ka na ng bago. So the reorder point is the inventory level at which a new order is placed. So this is the point when you will order. So pag ang question mo is when, the answer is reorder point. But ang question mo is how many, then ang answer mo is the EOQ. An order must be made while there is enough stock in place to cover the demand during the lead time. Ano naman tong lead time? This is the time between the placing of the order and the actual receiving of the order. Kasi syempre ba maghihintay ka for your order, so yun yung lead time. So dapat during that lead time, meron kang on-hand na stock. No, hindi pwedeng during that lead time, hindi ka muna magbenta. So dapat meron kang stock during that time. So the formulation is reorder point is equal to D times L, where D is the demand per day and L is the lead time. So for example, in our example, the demand per day is 10,000 divided by 311 kasi 311 days daw yung annual days times 10. This is assumption lang. So sa supplier nila, kunwari, normally they receive their orders 10 days after they place an order. So that would be 321.54 yards. Meaning, kapag ang inventory mo ay nasa 321.54 yards na, you need to place a new order already. The inventory level might be depleted at slower or faster rates during lead time. So sometimes, biglang nag-boom yung business during lead time, mas maraming bumibili. So meron tayong nilalagay na safety stock. So parang magbabuffer pa tayo. So bukod sa reorder point na nag-compute tayo, dadagdagan pa natin ng safety stock just in case biglang naging mabenta yung product mo during the lead time. So what is a safety stock? The safety stock, when we talk of service level, it is the probability that the amount of inventory on hand is sufficient to meet demand during lead time. The probability a stock out will not occur. So for example, the higher the probability inventory will be on hand, the more likely the customer demand will be met. A service level of 90% means that there is a 90% probability that demand will be met during the lead time, and 10% probability of a stock out. So this is the formula when we introduce stock out. So kanina, diba, R is the reorder point, D is the average daily demand, and then L is the lead time. Standard deviation is the parang ganito, beta, standard deviation of daily demand. Z is the number of standard deviation corresponding to service level probability. So, nandyan yan sa Z table. And then, yung Z times the standard deviation times square root of lead time, that would be the safety stock. So, the safety stock plus yung general reorder point, yun yung total reorder point. So let's have an example sa Excel. So for example, ang average daily demand natin ay say, sabi natin 30. And then for example, nung nag-compute ng standard deviation, hindi natin to i-compute, tatanungin natin to sa kanila. So, tatanungin natin sa company. This is already given. For example, the standard deviation is 5. And then the lead time is, for example, 10 days. When you go to the Z table, the Z value for the standard deviation 5 at a 95% confidence level is 1.65. So let's compute first for the safety stock. Again, the safety stock is equal to the standard deviation times the Z value times the square root of lead time. Yan. So the safety stock at this point is 26.088. The reorder point, the total would be the daily demand, 30 or C3, times the lead time, 10, plus the safety stock. So ang total nating reorder point ay 326.088. Meaning, when your inventory is at 326 na, you need to order new stocks using the EOQ. Kung ilan yung i-order mo, you use EOQ. Pero ang reorder point mo is 326. Take note, meron ng safety stock na consideration dito. So that's how you do an Excel solution of the safety stock. So that would be all for today. Thank you for listening and thank you for reaching the end of this video. If you have any questions, you may comment on this video or message me to my social media accounts. And thank you so much for subscribing. Sa lahat ng hindi na pa nakaka-subscribe, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Also, please don't forget to like this video and share this to your co-learners. Don't forget that you are a lifetime learner. You do not stop learning and you learn something new every day. That would be all for today. Thanks. Bye.